Hi everyone, my name's James Orme, editor at Techorati, and today we're delighted to be joined by Mike Goodwin, who is a partner at Dunwoody, a building services consultancy. Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Good morning, thank you.
Now, we're going to talk today about the Data Center World Awards 2021, of which you're a big part of, and you've been a big driving force for organising and putting on the show this year. Obviously, Dunwoody has had a long-standing relationship with Data Center World. Anyone who's visited the show in recent years, sadly not last year, has seen the 6th generation data center and immersed themselves in all the racks and cabinets. Why did you decide to take that relationship a step further and actually create a dedicated award ceremony for the data center sector?
I think the original idea was to exhibit a live data center, which we started about 6-7 years ago, for those who may be unfamiliar with best practice. So we introduced contained aisles, we introduced above floor displacement solutions, we even had a fuel cell and an immersion data cabinet in the exhibit over the years. And it moved to a point where you're moving away from an in situ product to actually showcasing the product. People became more familiar with its application, and we thought, well, actually, it's the bits that actually make it work and make it good that we need to showcase, rather than it operating in a manufactured room. People don't need that anymore. They just want to see the product.
And for those who have never had the joys of going to Data Center World and seeing the 6th generation center in all its glory, just describe a little bit about what it looks like.
Well, a 6th generation data center was a data hall. It was a 300 kilowatt solution where you entered through what was the power control room, the information center, the switch rooms. Then you went into a live hall with either a raised floor or a non-raised floor over the years, contained aisles, racks in situ with heaters in to simulate the heat generated by the servers, and an external air conditioning unit that was either delivering air through the floor or through the room. And you got the sense of temperature, function, relationship, and operation. In addition to that, we would then put a few highlighted things in, like in rack air conditioning units, or, as I said, a fuel cell, or an immersion rack cooling, to show people other alternatives to what was being the best practice moving forward to reducing energy.
Yeah, awesome. Now, moving on to the awards, obviously in light of everything that's taken place over the last year, you've been forced to shift the times and dates just to be in compliance with the laws and regulations surrounding COVID-19. So what's the latest on how those events how the awards ceremony are going to take place now?
Well, the awards would have been announced at what would have been the show, which would have been coming up in March. So on the date of what would have been the show is going to be an awards ceremony that will identify the shortlist of the submissions and identify the top 2 in each of the award categories. That leads us to an actual award announcement, who won, on the July event that's now been organised by DCW for the main this year's event. So we've had to reschedule it and move it into 2 parts to follow the moving times of what's permitted and what's not permitted.
Yeah, and it's all taking place virtually now, right? Correct?
It's all virtually. So the award show, the event on the 24th of March, will be the announcement of the shortlist and the top 2. That will be an online event, and the actual awards announcements in July will be an online event.
Awesome. And give us a sense of the awards, the kind of things you're looking to recognise and celebrate, and some of the panel members that are going to be taking part in this process. Okay,
the awards are very much focused to specifics. So there's no the best in Northern Europe and the best in Southern Europe award. They're awards that are celebrating what moves us forward. I see the awards as necessary and useful because they bring forth the science, they bring forth the engineering solutions, they bring forth the concepts that make it better. So a number of the awards talk to what's been achieved in the last years, from which people can get best practice and knowledge and information from. And a number of the awards are about how it will be better in the future. the best talent award, the best innovative product that next year's data centers might adopt and include. So there's a mix between the two, which I think is quite exciting.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. And whereabouts are we now in the nominations and awards process?
Right, well, there's 8 awards, and we've had over 80 applicants submit documents and details. They're all being appraised at present, and the finalising of the leaders of that is currently ongoing. So within the next week or so, we should find out where the running order is and all of those.
Awesome. And you touched on it briefly. These awards are obviously looking ahead into the future and where the data center industry can go next. But what do you hope the data center sector will get from these awards? What do you hope the impact will be?
Right, the way we go forward, the way we get better is because someone's got a new approach, a new idea, a new product. There's also new products or existing products that have become better and more efficient. Everyone can learn from that. Everyone can take a piece and apply it to a particular data center. No data center is exactly the same answer for the next person. They've all got different demands. But if you can pick up one idea that makes us emit less carbon, if you can pick up one concept that means we can communicate better and educate better, if we pick up one idea that means there are more of us in the industry that can support a growing industry, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely great. I mean, things like N+1. The person who articulated N+1 and 2N gave us a common language that means everyone can join in. Before that, we talked about having a spare, an unmeasurable, intangible. That idea alone means an industry can come around a common understanding. It's a good, that if it came out of the awards would be brilliant.
Yeah, excellent. Now, obviously, with Dunwoody as a building services consultancy, you've been involved in some pretty interesting projects, and I expect, much like other companies like yourself over the past year, COVID has brought a number of challenges. What was one project in particular that you're particularly proud that you managed to get over the line?
Well, as a team, I think it's about a team, and if anything, the team worked together. We finished the project in Slough for Virtus last year, which right in the middle of the COVID issue hit us during the middle of construction. And what was pleasing was that everyone had a challenge. And if anything brought the team together as a team was the COVID challenge. We had this common thing to overcome, and everyone went the extra mile and did a bit more and didn't get locked into what their role was or someone else's role. And we all helped each other out. And to get it finished at the end of last year during the middle of the COVID and delivered to the client was very satisfying. And it was a good scheme. It was a nice job.
Yeah, congratulations. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Mike. And for anybody watching who's looking to learn the latest ideas, concepts, and innovations that are going to take data center efficiency, data center sustainability, and reduce the skill shortage in the data center sector, please make sure you do attend the ceremony. What's the actual date for the first stage?
24th of March.
24th of March. Excellent. Well, I'll see you there, Mike.
See you there.